What's going on, people? Nary Rodriguez here for Jersey Sports Zone. Rivals North Brunswick and Sayreville squaring off in the Central Group 5 Sectional Championship. The Bombers are in search of their second title in 3 years after falling short last season. And for the Raiders, it's a different story as they're in search of their first piece of hardware. But enough talk, let's jump right into the highlights from this heated playoff football matchup. Sayreville High School jumping as the top-seeded Bombers host second-seed North Brunswick for the Central Group 5 final. If you're a fan of defense, this game is for you. It's cold out, but Brandon Outlaw starts us off with some fresh cookies in the opening quarter. Ensuing drive, North Brunswick quarterback Christian Petrillo trying to avoid the sack, but the ball comes loose. He comes back to it and almost makes a play, but that would eventually lead to a punt as the first comes to a close. Second quarter, Sayreville starting to move the ball well. Connor Holmes on the pass from Mark Whitford gets them inside the goal line. Few plays later, Whitford on fourth down with some trickery as he converts for a 1-yard touchdown. Extra point no good. Bombers are ahead 6-0 2 minutes in. North Brunswick calling timeout with 3 seconds left in the half to run one last play as they're still down by 6. Christian Petrillo lets it rip, but it's picked off by Jakari Carter, and there's a whistle blown, but Carter's still running, and everyone confused as to what's happening. Two thinks he's got a touchdown, but another whistle blown. The call was a personal foul, and officials say no TD, but the penalty will be assessed to begin the third. To say fans were unhappy was an understatement, but check out that pick from Carter, though. One-handed. Nice. Opening drive of the third, Mark Whitford loses the ball, and it's going to be recovered by Chris Arnold of North Brunswick. And you can't write this stuff. First play of the drive for the Raiders, Christian Petrillo also had the popcorn at halftime, and the ball is going to wind up in Glenn Wright's hands. Sayreville regains possession. Not too much to worry about. The drive would stall for the Bombers, so North Brunswick still down 6-0 towards the end of the quarter. Miles Bailey moves the ball for a Raiders first down. Few plays later on third down, Christian Petrillo looking downfield, but can't find anyone in time as Javis Rayside comes up with a sack to close out the third. First play of the fourth, North Brunswick opts to go for it on 4th and 15. Ball just overthrown, and some good coverage downfield by Anthony Jackson as that's a turnover on downs. Bombers moving the ball well on their drive, but they will also find themselves on 4th down. Raider Nation hoping for a stop inside the red zone. Mark Whitford's throw will be just out of reach, and North Brunswick with a stand of their own takes over. Raiders on 3rd and 8 seeing if they can take the lead with just about 6 minutes remaining. Christian Petrillo rolls out, but he has Javis Rayside and Griffin Anthony waiting for him, and that forces a punt. Sayreville doing a good job burning some clock as they pick up some first downs thanks to Jakari Carter and Zuriel Wright. With under 2 minutes remaining, this pickup from Wright will be all they need to put this one to rest. 6-0 is your final. Sayreville, you are heading to MetLife as the Central Group 5 champs. After losing in the second round of the North 2 Group 4 playoffs last year, they returned to glory to capture their second title since 2016 and their 5th of the decade. Not a lot of stats in this one, but great defensive efforts by both teams. North Brunswick's only 2 losses this year both came from Sayreville. The Bombers hold school rushing leader Miles Bailey and the entire offense to just 151 yards total. Safe to say the play of the game came on Mark Whitford's 1-yard touchdown to begin the second. We caught up with him and Coach Chris Beacon afterwards on the win.
Well, I think first and foremost, they understand no matter how many banners you have over your field, you have to earn it every day. And they certainly have done that this year. Nothing's been easy, but they grind and fight the whole time. I thought the perseverance and poise our defense showed. I really think the kids played unselfish. You know, some of our offensive stars were the stars on the defense side of the ball this time.
You know, it feels amazing. I was on the team when we won 2016, and I saw Jason Miller. I was like, I want to do that. I want to win states, and you know, to be a part of the team, it feels amazing. So the atmosphere was just crazy. You know, like we were working our tails off. Coach just said, keep going, it'll come, and you know, we scored on that first drive, and even though it was tight the rest of the game, you know, we still pushed it out. I got to give it to our defense. Defense wins championships, and they won this championships, and I got to give it to them.
All right, Sayreville, we'll see you at MetLife for the Central South Bowl Game State Final. I'm Nary Rodriguez, and you already know, it's Jersey Sports Zone.